Well, Gary, I didn't want to talk about controversial incidents, but the penalty has dominated everyone's thoughts after the game. What was your views on it?
Well, my views, sometimes you have to see how the game goes as a referee, and I'm gutted for the lads because they've had that great performance sort of taken away from them by that sort of particular decision. And if you give that decision, which was as it was, then you've got to give the one at the other end, because in my opinion they're exactly the same.
When Michael and Goo went down in the box?
Yeah, when you can't get a shot in. But I've just said to the lads, I'm gutted for you because we found our championship legs today. We played well, and hopefully there's no one that would say that we wasn't the better team on the day. Hopefully, otherwise they're seeing definitely a different game to me. And Reading are one of the favourites, quite rightly so, to win this league. They're the ones under pressure at the minute to be up there. We're not just yet. We've got to find our feet, and we've got to get our game going, and we've got to score a few goals, and we'll get that because we're getting closer all of a sudden. I was proud of them today. I thought that the work rate and the quality of balls going into the box. Keeper made a couple of saves when he needed to. It was. I'm going home sort of pleased with my team, but a little bit angry with how the game has been won.
It was Luke Ayling who was challenging Adam Lafondra. Have you spoken to Luke, and what exactly has happened in that tangle that has caused the referees to give a penalty?
I don't know, mate. I honestly don't know. I've got the same similar view to you. I'm on the halfway line, but what we know is there are, this particular referee likes to give penalties on occasions, and it's very quick to give them. And I just think sometimes you have to think about it for a couple of seconds. But listen, I've been in enough controversy this week, so let's just say I'm just pleased with the boys, and I think the next few games we'll see whether we really have found our legs and our form, our championship form, because on the day I wouldn't have swapped any of ours for any of theirs.
No doubt you were the better side today. Is it just creating better chances and then converting those chances?
Well, we created chances, didn't we? There was some great balls going in there. We just got to get on the end of them. The one that Hates got in on, which was half an inch away from putting in the net, and Goo at the end there was, we're half inch away from getting goals at the moment, and then at the other end little things are costing us, sort of thing. So, but we'll get there. We're going in the right direction, and as I say, the boys can go home, hold their heads high, and I can, knowing that they've put in a couple of really good performances in the last few days to show me that they can compete at this level.
Of course, it's the international break now, so you haven't got a game for quite a while. It's a new experience for the club. It's not a new experience for you. You experienced it for Bristol City. What do you do now over the next couple of weeks?
Well, we've definitely got to review that game. That's important before they have a weekend off. I'm sure we'll give them a weekend off. They've worked very hard with the extra time and all that sort of thing, and sometimes you can use the break to just get them away from the place. We fumigate the place so that nobody gets any colds or anything, and it gives you a chance to just come back in a couple of weeks' time refreshed, and they'll all have their body fats taken and the urine tests and all that sort of thing, so they won't be able to live it up and come back fat and not healthy. They'll also have belts, heart rate monitors to make sure they do a little bit of work. So they'll be off, but they'll be expected to do a little bit and come back raring to go.
Of course, you won't be off. It's the transfer window closing on Monday. Do you anticipate any ins or outs here?
Not really, not right at this minute. I don't. Certainly no outs. I'll be disappointed now if somebody comes up with something this late in the day. But anyway, that would have to it'd have to be an unbelievable, couldn't refuse offer sort of thing for somebody. As far as bringing people in, there's a couple of little things on the go that may or may not come to fruition. But at the moment, I'm pleased to be going into these couple of weeks not thinking to myself I need 5 or 6 players, because I think the squad proved today and against Birmingham that we're going to be there or thereabouts in this division in every game. That's what we've got to be. We've got to not be made mugs of by good footballing teams or made mugs of by teams that play a clever long ball game, teams that are clever. There was only one team that made mugs of us today, and they only had 3 men. But anyway, so we go into the holidays, and I look forward to the next few games.
You mentioned 1 or 2 players that you were possibly talking to and looking at. You want to add goals to this team. Are they players who could potentially help you score goals? Is that the end of the pitch that you're looking at?
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's the position where you win or lose games, the assists and the shooting and the crossing and then somebody getting on the end of it. But we've got strikers that are comfortable when the right balls come in. We know Andy Williams will score goals. He's done that before to us. We know Paddy Madden will. We know James Hayter will. There's a few we're not sure about yet, but we've still got 3 strikers that we know can score goals. So it's just a matter of believing in them and keep going. And good goal scorers need the team playing well as well, because they need clever players to produce opportunities for them. You can't always make an opportunity yourself. So that's what we're trying to achieve at the minute. And then, when we all hit form together, then hopefully we'll get a couple more goals in the championship, because obviously we scored 3 goals the other night.
Let's go.
Thank you.